Welcome to Integrity Inspire, your daily dose of inspiration and motivation, featuring the bright and talented members of the Integrity Marketing Group family. Now, here's your host, Integrity co-founder and CEO, Brian W. Adams.
Well, so I'm getting blown up. John Bettis, I know you can sing every word. I'm getting blown up by a bunch of different partners talking about how crazy that was. Honestly, Vanilla Ice was a really cool dude. He's in the real estate business now and doing some amazing things. But I love just the fact that Andy Albright brings in that many of his top agents. These were the top performers he's got. Brings them in to this whole family reunion thing. And so shout out to my good friend Andy and Jane Albright for just an amazing event this weekend. And appreciate you guys allowing me to be there with you guys for part of it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have so much to cover this morning. This is going to be such an exciting day for us here at Integrity. First of all, I want to just say I hope everybody had an incredible weekend. I want to thank our events team and everybody in the Dallas office for coming out and celebrating the family event we had this weekend. It was just so fun seeing everybody's family and being able to just hang out, eat a hot dog, have some nachos together, and just see your kids run around and play, and for your kids to be able to see where we all get to work and play every day. And so really and truly appreciate everybody for joining us today on that, or this weekend on that. And I want to just cover a couple of things real quick. This week, we've been working on something for months. And this week we get to highlight. It's called Medicare Live, and I hope that everyone is getting as fired up as I am. It's going to be this Wednesday, and we've got some amazing speakers that are all lined up. So if you're not in the Medicare business and you want to learn more, we even have a whole section on Medicare 101. We're teaching. You can hear a lot of the different things that we're doing, but it's not just about Medicare. It's truly about a bunch of other items and parts of the business. And so really and truly hope everybody can join. We're expecting over 10,000 agents to join us in this free event that we're putting together at no cost to anybody to make sure, well, let me say there's a big cost to it. We're paying a lot of money for it, but no cost to any of our agents or agencies. And it's part of this leading from the front idea that we have here at Integrity. And so we're going to have some amazing sessions. I'll be doing a keynote. We've got Medicare Advantage and Medicare Supplement carrier panels for all the big leaders with all the different carriers we work with. We have another Women's in Leadership panel moderated by Ann Wood, which was the hit last time. It created this whole Women in Leadership initiative that we have. And don't forget that we've got the next one of those coming up with Laura Kimball very soon. It's on August 20th, so make sure your dates are ready for just hearing Laura give her ideas around women in leadership, and that's going to be an amazing event, just like Joanne Ray's was. We're going to get consumer insights by our own partners at Deft Research, and then we're even having Steve Young coming in and giving some closing remarks. It's going to be a blast. I can't wait to see Steve join us live for that event. It's going to be a lot of fun. It all starts at 9 a.m. Central and goes through 3 p.m. Central, so it's going to be a great day, and there's more content that you'll be able to also watch on demand whenever your schedule works out, but there's going to be a lot that you have to watch live, and so we want to make sure that you jump on there. We want as many people as possible to attend this one-of-a-kind conference. As I said, we expect over 10,000 people there, so make sure you tell your agents, agencies, and all of your leaders and team members this is going to be a lot of fun as we prepare for this year's AEP. Well, with that being said, we have been having so much fun bringing in world-class partners into the Integrity family. And this is one of the parts of my job that just never gets old. It's something that as we look at how we can come together and just this idea that we can all win together and achieve more together. As Vanilla Ice said, as we can stop and collaborate and listen, this is such an incredible opportunity that we can. That was pretty bad, I know. But if you start thinking about how we can come together, collaborate, look for ways to serve more people, we have such a unique opportunity to partner with just amazing, amazing people. And we're doing it every single week. And this week, we are going to be announcing a new partnership that has been years in the making. And it's just such an incredibly big, successful business that I am just so excited about being able to pull this off and to be able to finally say that I'm partners with this group, because they're just people I've admired for so long. And so tomorrow morning, we are going to be adding another amazing family member to the Integrity family. And so I'm incredibly proud to announce today that we're going to be announcing tomorrow that GarityAdvantage has joined the Integrity family. As part of this partnership, Brian Garity, CEO of GarityAdvantage, and Rachel Garity, their CFO, and Brian's wife, will also now become managing partners here at Integrity. GarityAdvantage is headquartered in Boston, Massachusetts, with offices not only in Massachusetts but also Connecticut. And GarityAdvantage brings more than 50 years of experience to the Integrity family. Today, they focus primarily on Medicare plans for the senior market and are leading the way in New England. They are just an incredible market leader in the New England states, but they're expanding throughout the country. Now, GarityAdvantage was started and built by Brian's father in the 1970s, and now Brian and Michael Garity and Rachel Garity and just some of the best leaders I've ever met in the industry have come together and continue to build just a world-class organization. Because they put people first, and I know that they will fit into the Integrity family incredibly well because they always put people first and foremost. And now, as part of the Integrity family, GarityAdvantage will have access to all of Integrity's support and services and state-of-the-art resources, and we will help them even grow faster and serve more people. And so today, I'm excited to have Brian Garity with us. And we're really excited to welcome them to the Integrity family. So, Brian, congratulations, my friend. It's an honor to finally call you partner.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you, Brian. I'm so glad to be here. Hello, everyone. This is a really exciting day for our company and all of our people. And we're thrilled about what's to come because of this incredible partnership with Integrity. Like Brian said, this business has been in my family for over 50 years. And with this partnership, I really think that we're going to be able to continue to preserve the legacy that my father built and help it grow for future generations. Brian, as we explored the idea of partnering, we did a lot of research and really wanted to find someone who would let us keep our business as a family business. Integrity offers us that ability to stay true to who we are, while also getting even better. The focus on people that Integrity have, that all of the partners have, and that I've heard you speak about, really attracted us to this partnership. It means we don't have to sacrifice anything that we're already doing, and it only adds to what we can do.
Well, listen, that's exactly right, and that's exactly how we've really brought in so many market leaders into the Integrity family, and it's been so much fun as we kind of allow people to do even more and accomplish more without taking on some of that risk and some of the other stress that comes along with it. Now, speaking of stress, I got a little ahead of myself in the beginning here, so I don't want to surprise you here, but this is kind of a fun thing we do. And you and I have been friends for a long time, and you and I, I was just in Boston, and we got to meet your family and also the Garity family, and meet all of your employees. So I'm just as excited as you were about that day that we got together to now announce this and let all of our family and all of our integrity employees hear about this exciting announcement. But one thing we do here, and you and I have been friends for a long time, so I'm just going to pull this out here. Whenever we first started this Inspire podcast, it was an idea for us to all come together and inspire people to the next level, especially during COVID. Inspire people just to be able to see something and hear something that's fun and exciting and sometimes funny. And so one of the things I started, and Jim Sweeney, my good buddy, I started this with him. He almost punched me through the phone. And then the next time I did it with Anthony Chapman, and AC just went for it. And so now I kind of joke around about this, and I say, to just kind of break the ice, would you like to sing? Now, the truth is, most people never want to sing, but they usually back away from it pretty fast here. And then Kindle saves us here. But Brian, you made us work so hard for this one. I got to ask, would you like to sing today?
If that's what the crowd wants, I'm nothing but a crowd pleaser, Brian.
Oh my God, I was kidding, but listen, now you're in. So now, listen, let's run with it. Now, what are you going to sing for us? We'd love for you to sing for us.
Doom 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 under pressure doom 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 doom. No, wait, that's the wrong words. Sorry. Sorry, that was my Vanilla Ice joke.
That was your Vanilla Ice joke. Hey, honestly, that dude was pretty cool. I was shocked. I was very surprised.
That's a cool story.
That was fun.
I'll sing anything you want, Brian. What's on the list?
You tell me. Yeah, listen. This is your pick. Anything you want to go here.
Well, I got a song. The rest of the Integrity Squad will see this, but part of our story starts. Part of our American story starts at Fenway Park. So one of the songs that I grew up singing and that I think everybody knows, and I can probably get away with singing because nobody sings it that well, is "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." How about that one?
I love it. Let's do that.
All right. Now, am I singing by myself? Am I going solo here, or do I have the
do you have music? I don't know. Let's see, Kindle. We're making we're all so. This is a.
Was I not supposed to say? Was I not supposed to say yes?
Oh hell no! This is awesome. No, yeah, everybody says yes. Everybody does this though, Brian.
All right. Well, I can sing it. I'll give you. I'll just give you a couple of verses. Now my phone's lighting up. I think people found out, Brian. People are. Okay. All right. Here we go. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the park. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back, 'cause it's root for the Red Sox. If they don't win, it's a shame. Or it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Woo, yeah, woo.
That was phenomenal. That was so fun. Hey, listen, for everybody, Brian, first of all, thanks for being such a great sport. I love hanging out with you. And in fact, whenever we finalized this, I actually brought my family with me because I wanted them to meet you guys. And so thank you so much, by the way, for the T-shirts for my boys. They love them. I love the one that says "Wicked Smart."
Wicked Smart.
and I'm a keeper. But listen, I believe you're wicked smart, and I love this opportunity for us to finally come together, because I've just got so much respect and admiration for what you really built, and we love hearing these stories about how we come together. And And I know for for how you got into the industry, your dad was in the business, but whenever we did, and by the way, everybody, I'll just go ahead and spoiler alert. When we did the employee announcement for GarityAdvantage, we rented out Fenway Park, and it was unbelievable. It was one of the most. It was literally a career highlight moment for me that we see the Integrity and Garity logos on the big board at Fenway. The Yankees were playing the Red Sox at Fenway that night, and it was just a surreal moment. So thank you for letting us do that. Now, I'd love to hear a little bit more about your story, how you got into the business. I know Fenway had something to do with that as well.
Yeah. So before I got an insurance, so my dad was an old insurance guy from the 50s, like father knows best, and ran the agency through the start of the agency in 1970. I technically started in insurance when I was about 10 because we used to do bulk mailings before there was computers. My sisters would print out all the mailing labels and lay them on the floor. We had to organize them by zip code, so they would run them through the mimeograph machine and then cut them up into individual mailing labels, and then we would run around and try to sort out by zip code the mailing so we could get my dad could get the discount rate. Before I joined the firm, though, my first sales job, me and my brother Mike, was selling souvenirs outside of Fenway Park. And we stood on a street corner with not in the park, not one of the official people, but we were just lowly street vendors printing up hats and trying to make a few bucks during college. That was my job for 3 summers, standing outside of Fenway Park.
So this is such a great story, and you got emotional telling the story when we were meeting with your employees, and so that's why we rented out Fenway and had all of your employees come there. And ladies and gentlemen, if you've never been to Fenway Park or Fenway Park, it is one of the coolest. It is honestly one of the neatest places I've ever been. Getting to not only touch the Green Monster, but also being able to stand on top of it. I mean, we got this backstage tour where we got to be on top of the Green Monster, which was unbelievable. It was just so incredible. But you brought one of those hats that you guys printed up, and just as entrepreneurs, you went out there and you started trying to sell these hats. So, and I know you got kind of emotional talking about this with your team because it really, I mean, it was from the beginning to the new beginning that we're at Fenway Park. So give us your pitch. You were selling these red hats. Tell us a little bit about them, and then give us your pitch on when you were selling them and what it was like.
Well, this was the early 80s, and a friend of my brother's from Quincy, where we grew up, came up with this idea that we could take white painter's caps, the kind of cheap hats you'd get at the paint store for a dime, and print the players' names on them and the logos. And then we got in trouble for using the logos, so we could just use the word Boston Red Sox. And then we put all the players' names on them, and they were cheap. We printed them up for almost nothing, and then we sold them for $3 a piece. And I made 75 cents a hat. That was my take. 75 cents a hat for every hat I sold. And if we were lucky, we sold 100 hats. It was $75 for about 4 hours work, which in 1982 was pretty damn good. So we were happy. It was a great summer. I spent the whole summer in the city of Boston, so it was pretty cool. You want to hear the pitch?
Yeah, I would love to. I think everybody wants to hear the pitch.
All right. Well, my accent has faded a bit since then. Those of you, I got a nice text from Ryan Kimball and some others. Those of you who know me for a while, this is what I really sound like when I'm not at an insurance meeting. All right. I'm going to hold the phone away from my face because I got to scream. Red Sox hats here. Get your Red Sox hats here. Souvenir caps. Red Sox, come on. You got to have a hat to get into Fenway Park. Come on, everybody. $3. Red Sox, come on.
Man, that is awesome. I love the fact that you even had one of the original hats that you guys sold. Ann Wood and team, we're going to have to share a picture of that and make sure that everybody sees that, because that was just such an incredible. We got to get a picture of that shared out with everybody. That was just so much fun, man.
It was emotional too, Brian, because for those of you who don't know, my brother Mike is now in the company with me. Joined me about 3.5, 4 years ago, and that was him and me. You know, we started on a street corner, and it really was a full circle type of feeling. It just hit me all of a sudden in that presentation that we stood right on this spot. What's that? 40 years ago, 30 years ago? I don't know how long ago that was, but yeah, real one of those. Look where life takes you kind of moments, and just the excitement of the partnership, and you know, a couple of guys standing on a street corner. Look where we are. So,
hey, man, you that is just so cool. I got to tell you, first of all, the Boston fans, the Boston people, were some of the nicest people I have ever met. I mean, it was going to the game, going to the Fenway Park, and then later going to the game with my family. I got two boys, 6 and 9. They're both big baseball fans, so we went and watched the Yankees and the Red Sox. It was just this family moment that was just surreal to me. But the thing that stuck out the most, first of all, Boston is a beautiful city, and it's something you can walk around and your family can see, like this history around where the country really started in a very easy way. And then second of all, how nice everybody was. There was a street vendor setting up. You know, we left the stadium. I had a suit on. Went back to the hotel to change for the game. And I'm waiting for our Uber driver to come pick us up. And I'm talking to this guy setting up his, you know, drinks and his food and stuff that he's going to sell before outside this party, just like what you and Mike were doing.
Maybe I know.
And this guy was just, man, maybe we should hire him. He may be the next integrity partner, but so this guy was just so nice. And then we got to the game, and everybody was so kind. In fact, a fan caught a foul ball, and instead of, you know, I've never caught a foul ball. He catches a foul ball and gives it to my youngest boy, Shiloh. No. And he's like, hey, I this is a big day. I think it's cool that you're bringing your kids to the ballpark. Hey, I hope you have fun with the son. And he gives it to Shiloh. And it was like, oh, my gosh, that is, like, so nice. And I'm not kidding, like 15 minutes later, another fan from, like, a section over catches a ball and walks it over and gives it to Asher. And he said, hey, I saw your other son get one. I thought that was pretty cool, so I thought you might like this one. I was like, oh, my God, man. Like, so my boys are now, they both got all Boston here, and I think they're going to be Boston fans for life. But I just love that. And then the funny thing is we're leaving after the game. It's packed. I mean, it was like don't lose your kid night, because I was so scared because there were so many people there because of the Yankees, and the Red Sox won, by the way. And we're leaving, and that same street vendor. I have a baseball cap on. I've got shorts on now. That same street vendor who saw me in a suit, I'm walking by. I didn't say a word to him. And he goes, hey, man, you look better. I can't do the Boston accent. He goes, hey, you look better without the suit on now. And I look at him. I go, you remember me? He's like, yeah, of course I do, man. It's good to see you. I hope you had fun at the game. I was just like, I love the people in Boston. Like, I am sold out on the people in Boston.
Well, now, were you wearing a Red Sox hat or a Yankees hat?
Oh no, of course I'm wearing a Red Sox hat.
It could have been very different if you were wearing a Yankees hat.
You know what? Ironically, I was thinking that there were some Yankees fans sitting right in front of us, and they were kind of loud and obnoxious. People were actually totally respectful to them, and it was like this mutual admiration. Like, I was surprised by the whole thing. The event, and ladies and gentlemen, we literally rented out. We had the GarityAdvantage sign on the big board at Fenway, and it was surreal to me. It was like emotional to me. In fact, I called my partner, our partner, Scott Riddle, who his uncle was a guy named Tris Speaker, who's in the Baseball Hall of Fame and played there before the Red Sox were the Red Sox. They were called the Boston Americans, and he played with Babe Ruth and others there. And so I called Scott to tell him about Fenway, and it was just like this super emotional time of just being like, wow, this is just surreal. And so I know if it was surreal for me, man, it had to be surreal for you. It had to be even more fun.
The whole day was amazing, Brian. It really was. It really. You said it was one of the highlights of your career. It was definitely one of the highlights. One of the biggest days of my life, and that just speaks to how excited I was. One of the things I was doing there, as you recall, is I was when we finally got to announce to my staff, I was dancing because I just was so excited to share with them but it was all the great things that we've learned that are out there for us with integrity. I was just, these guys are my friends, and there's NDAs and confidentiality, but I was jumping up and down. And there's a number of people on this call, several of whom have already texted me to say congratulations. I would have loved to have talked to them. This is just such a big moment for us, and I'm just so excited to get started, honestly.
Well, there's going to be a lot of moments for you to talk to them here shortly. I'm sure a lot of them will be calling you and texting you soon. But speaking of getting started, tell us how you were selling hats at Fenway, and then how did you get started in the business? Tell us a little bit more about what you guys how you got started, but what you guys have created at Garity.
Sure. Well, as I said, I went from the illustrious career of a street vendor to graduating from college and going to work for my dad as a life agent. It was primarily a life shop, but in the 80s, individual major med was just taking off with brokerage, and I found that I was much more comfortable talking to brokers than I was, being a career life agent. I knew the life products, but I just seemed to have more fun. And I had done some telemarketing in college and sort of had a feel for the phone, and I just loved the phone. So I started building the brokerage side of my dad's business with individual major med, a couple of key carriers. We ran around New England, and then I'm one of 7 kids in a big Boston Irish family, and all 7 of us passed through Garity Associates or GarityAdvantage at one point or another. But I was the only one who stayed, Brian. So I've always wondered whether I was the smart one or the dumb one, but lately I'm starting to think that maybe I was the lucky one because things have turned out pretty good.
I think it's worked out all right.
So anyway, the long story short, I spent most of the 80s and 90s driving around New England, having the time of my life. I loved brokers. I love people. I made a lot of great relationships. My dad had taught me it's a relationship business. I made relationships throughout New England and into New York. And that was running until the 2000s. I bought my dad out in 2000, and then the individual major med business tanked in the Northeast in 2001. And I was very anxious for something new to do. And when Medicare came along, I said, "This is it." 2005, I said, "This is it. We're going all in." And I had built a lot of relationships in New England, and when Medicare came calling, I shifted the company 100% into this new market, and we just took off. And there's a lot of ups and downs in between, but that's then just to play it forward, we're now the largest Medicare writer in New England, and have spread throughout the Northeast, and we're working our way. We do a lot of business in a lot of other states, as you know. We just hired a Western Territory manager. So we are, as you said in your intro, we are expanding throughout the United States. We have a big business in the Northeast, but we're gaining traction in a lot of other places.
That is for sure. You guys are expanding, and just the world-class service you guys provide is certainly a huge part of that. And I think it's so cool to see how those events kind of intertwine. But the fact that you guys have stayed true to your family core. So now your brother has joined you, and Rachel is your CFO, your wife. Tell us a little bit more about the family dynamics that you guys have there as well.
Well, I know there's a lot of Integrity members that also have families and family histories. As a matter of fact, a lot of the friends I have on this call are people who are also second generation, and I knew them as a young whippersnapper when we were brokerage managers for our moms and dads. In my case, Rachel joined under interesting circumstances. As I mentioned, the Medicare business really took off in 2005, and I like to tell this story about when we found out we were competing for the opportunity to work at Medicare and retail. I know a lot of people on the call did a lot with certain retail establishments, and I got the call, Brian, when my third daughter was born in October of 2005, which was 15 days before AEP started, or maybe 30 days. And
wow.
The joke I tell, the story I tell, which is a little bit of a joke, but I say the phone rang, I picked it up, they said, "Are you ready to go?" And I said, "Sure." And I handed the new baby back to my wife and said, "Okay, you pick a name, I'll see you later," and took off. And that's not literally true, but sometimes it feels like that, because those first few years, and I think everybody on this call is in the Medicare Advantage side knows, those first few years were crazy. You're just trying to swim upstream. It was like drinking from a fire hose. And I definitely sacrificed to get to where we are. But Rachel was on board until the third year of Medicare. We had a captive shop, and I had this brilliant idea to take all the money out of my house, her house, and remortgage it to buy leads from my captive agents. And as a former CFO and controller of some larger businesses, she got very interested in what was happening with our money when I did that. And so she installed herself as the CFO from that moment forward. But thank God, because she's got a great skill set that I don't have. She really is a great financial person, and kept us on financial, helped us grow profitably. And I'm always full of great ideas. I think there's a lot of great salespeople in this group and in this industry. But a lot of us know, if you're backed by somebody who really knows how business works and how to make money, it gets all better. So she started about 10 years ago. Actually, it's more than 10 years ago. But came on more full time about 10 years ago. And then my brother joined. He had his MBA in marketing and was in another industry, sort of a parallel industry, doing conferences in the financial sector, recruiting people to attend meetings, which has a lot of parallels, and really brought his marketing expertise. And then I have to mention that in between there, I added another great friend of mine, Tony Vignati, who's the COO, who just has a brilliant operations mind and has run all the technology and all of the build out of all the back office, because that broker service needs technology and structure to run. So all the skills that I don't have, and I just get to sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" to keep everybody happy.
That's the fun part. Well, you do have an amazing team, and I love the fact that it stayed true to family with Rachel and Michael, and you got Mike Harris, Tony, you've got Victoria, you've got some.
Yeah, my sister Trish, the West Coast regional I mentioned is my sister Trish, who's also worked for a number of Medicare carriers out there on the West Coast, and she's bringing a lot to it. And she even married a guy from Texas, Brian. So I guess he's
okay. A Cowboys fan. I know. He and I hit it off really fast. But listen, I mean, it's really cool to see all these great people coming together, and I love these stories, because I was one of those stories. I was like borrowing money to just live for the first 3 or 4 years, just because it was like, I know this is going to work. I just don't know how long it's going to take. And unfortunately, I wasn't married at that time. I don't know if my wife would let me do that today, but I can tell you it was that kind of passion and that certainty of the future, even though the future may not be all that clear. having that vision to say we got to go all in. Like let's borrow money out of our home to do this. There's so many great stories of partners that have just doubled down, and now, one of the things like the success you guys have had is, and you and I've been talking for years, and that's one of the things. One of the times whenever you and I got back together, I literally was like, Brian, I got to tell you, man, like everything you said you were going to do, you did it, and that's not common. Like a lot of people say, yeah, I'm going to do this and that and this and that, but then they just, life gets in the way. They do something else. They don't have the stomach for it. But you were like, hey, Brian, here's what I'm going to do. And you just laid out the game plan. There's A, B, C, D. This is what I'm going to do. And then we get back together like a year later, and you're like, all right, I did all those things. And now I'm going to do X, Y, and Z. And then we get back a year later, I'm like, golly, man, like everything you said you're going to do, you're doing. And that's like what we're trying to do here at Integrity is, like, we'll tell you like exactly the moves we're about to make because we like that accountability. We like that the reality of saying like, now let's go do it. The hard part's executing, and you guys have just been world class. Your whole team has been world class at that execution piece. And so congratulations, my friend. So you got this amazing business. Why now? Why join Integrity now?
Well, I think that's the answer to that is really because we are still hungry and because we want to win. You and I had a conversation in Dallas where I said, Brian, I like to win. And Integrity is winning. I mean, we are really at the forefront of all this stuff that's happening. And I know more. I'll say this: I know more about the Medicare space than what Integrity is doing in all of the other areas. I know Integrity is much bigger than Medicare, but in the Medicare world, Integrity is doing all the things that I think a lot of us wish we could do on our own, from the technology to seeing what you're doing with Deft Research and Thomas Arts and CSG. I mean, all that stuff. This is amazing stuff. And so the now part is because I want to grow faster. I really want to. My plan that when you say I say what I'm going to do and I do what I'm going to say. Wait till you see what we're going to do next, because we're mapping it out to take advantage of every single one of the value adds that Integrity brings to the table. And the now part is we want it all. We want to grow, and there's also a personal thing behind this too. I do know a lot of the people on this call. I've known a lot of them for a long time. Some of them is close friends, and some of them are just people that I respected. But this is the A team. And on the Medicare side, I know for a fact this is definitely the A team, and I want to be part of it. I think I can learn from everybody on this call, and and I think my staff can learn from everybody on this call. And the women in leadership, I mean, that kind of stuff is amazing. It's stuff that we could never do as a small company, but we are so prepared to plug in and just keep growing.
Well, we know we can learn a lot from you, and we can't wait to see what we can do together. It's going to be a lot of fun. Speaking of family, and we weren't preparing to do this. I hope you don't mind me doing this, but I'm a proud dad. My family's most important thing to me, and I know you're a proud dad as well. And your son just got. I mean, he's struggling a little bit with his educational choices, and I know he didn't get into college he really wanted. But he got into a small college that I don't know. I think it'd be kind of fun for you to tell people about what your son's about to do, if you don't mind. I know we didn't plan on this, but I was inspired to hear this.
Well, he's in the next room, and he's going to be where is he? Downstairs. Okay. Anyway. So guys, I'm really excited to announce my son got into Harvard, right across the river. And what Brian's joking about is, he got into Harvard, but all he really wanted to do was to get as far away from his dad as he could, and he wanted to go to California. So he's unfortunately going to be forced to be to be within spitting distance of his old man. But no, we're thank you, Brian. That's really great of you to say that. He is literally, we're gonna have to get him a full size one of those T-shirts that says "Wicked Smart," because I think like a lot of us, my son is wicked smart, and I think all my kids are much smarter than their mom and dad. I don't know where they get it from, probably from Rachel, but thank you for bringing that up. Yeah, we're incredibly proud.
Dude, that is so cool that he got into Harvard. And I know he wanted to go to another very prestigious school in California, but he decided to stay home, which he's gonna. I don't think he'll ever regret that decision.
When Harvard's your safety school, things are going pretty good.
Yeah, I went to Texas Tech, which we call the Harvard on the South Plains, which they're very, very similar in a lot of ways, except for like educational stuff. But it was.
I went to UMass Amherst, and.
Oh man! Well, tell him congratulations. I just had to share that because I'm
sure.
I am so proud of him. I'm so proud to even hear about that. I just think that's so cool and something I know I could never have done personally. But well, hey, we have we talk a lot about our partners here at Integrity, and we have quite a few partners that just want to just hop on the phone and say congratulations. First is I know you work with the guys at IFC up in Minnesota, and talking about how you guys are expanding. Here's a good example of how you guys are expanding here. So first, I want to have Todd Villeneuve jump on here and say congratulations.
Hey, Brian, how you doing, brother? Yeah, how you doing, Brian?
I'm doing great. Doing great, buddy.
Hey, the one thing you missed, Brian, is today is Mr. Garity's birthday, of all things.
Oh, my gosh. You got to be kidding me.
No.
Birthday. All right. So Todd, stick around. Don't hang up after this. I'm gonna come back to that.
Okay. Well, hey, I can't tell you how excited I am having Brian on. He's my guy that if I got a problem, he solves it. So there's my Ice Baby feature. But Brian's incredibly talented, and his family attitude is fantastic. He's such a strong fit with Integrity. And, he's saying he's being humble when he says he might be able to learn things from people, because I don't think I've told him anything that's of value, and I've just been sucking him dry for ideas now for 3 years. But not probably one of the best people I've had the pleasure of meeting in the industry, and it's just been fantastic. So we are a stronger Integrity because of Brian, and Brian's got tons of talent. And wait till you see the Mick Jagger rendition. That's worth the price of admission. So thanks again, Brian, and I'm super excited about the partnership.
Thanks.
That was fun. Dave Martins, are you there as well?
I am, Brian, and Brian. Excited for both of you. Brian Garity, welcome to the family and happy birthday. I've known Brian for, I guess, 15 years or more through the national brokerage agencies, the NBA, and had him up to Minnesota many times. And he still says one of the best steaks he ever had was in Fairmont, Minnesota. We came back to my house and had some great rum, and I remember back to when you were questioning me about Medicare and where we could go and what you could do, and how exciting that you've got to the level that you have, and Integrity is so lucky to have you as a partner, as we're so happy to be a partner. So,
thanks, Dave. Thank you very much.
Next up, we have. You got to be careful what you ask for, Brian. No. Well, you're used to the cold more than I am. I got invited to go ice fishing with them, and I chickened out, man. I got to admit it. But hey, next up we got Joanne Ray. Speaking of women in leadership, this is somebody I admire so much. Joanne, you there with us?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
We can hear you great.
All right. Well, good morning, Brian. Congratulations. What a birthday party this is going to be for you today. That's awesome. Well, congratulations also to your son, and I know absolutely where he gets his wicked smarts. I've always considered you that guy to learn from, and always want to be the one that everybody sits next to. So I'm just so happy that we're actually at the same table now, and you can start sharing in the integrity effect, and so many people are going to learn so much from you. And my favorite thing that you said, I love the look where we are moment. And I think since we've joined Integrity just about a year now, I can't count the number of look where I am moments, and many, 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 many more to come, and just so happy that you're now a partner and a part of it. So congratulations, Brian.
Thank you, Joanne. Thank you very much. And by the way, Joanne, your words about integrity, remember our call months ago, your words were really, really important to me, and all the positive energy you gave to your partnership with Integrity really made a difference in helping me help me get to this place.
Well, thank you. I'm glad it did. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, thank you so much, Joanne. I got a couple other guys that have been gotten blown up on, frankly, to text here by texting here. A couple other guys that I want to jump on. Ryan Kimball, are you there with us?
I am, Brian. Mr. Garity, buddy, congratulations today. I'm so happy for you. You talked about Medicare Advantage and going back to 2005 and 2006. I feel like we've kind of grown up together in the Medicare Advantage space, and it's been great. One, getting to know you over all the years, having some really cool conversations. I mean, at every carrier event. But man, I'm really proud of you. You have built an amazing company. Your people do a fantastic job, and I know part of the conversation earlier was, you guys do dominate the Northeast, but this is for everybody on the call. If there's one group that we continue to bump into in a friendly way, but bump into, it's you guys. And so, man, I am so happy that you're a partner with us now. You're one of the real good guys in the agency or in the industry, and really proud of you, man. You've accomplished a ton, and happy to call you partner.
Thank you, Ryan. Thank you so much. I'm excited, and you're one of the people I definitely want to learn from, because you guys, your organization is amazing, and we've been chasing you for a while now. Now I get to sit next to you, so I'm happy about that.
That sounds good. I'm glad you're sitting next to me now.
I love the humility. I love everybody's humility here in just that response, Brian. That was really cool. The last one I want to have jump on real quick. Mike Wingate, are you there with us?
I sure am. So, Brian, congratulations, man. Welcome to have you in the Integrity family. So it's you guys built one heck of an organization in the Medicare arena, and it's been fun seeing everybody grow and build over the last few years in the Medicare Advantage side. So now it's, as you guys were just talking about, it's no longer having to be competition is the most amazing thing there is about being part of Integrity. So proud to have you as a partner.
Yeah, thank you, Mike. Gosh, same to you. I'm excited to be here. And you and I, you and I have been friendly competitors in the Northeast for a long time, and I think that partnership's going to be really amazing. We Integrity literally owns from New York north now, which together between the two of us and Niceloss and their partners and your partners there, this is big. This is big in this part of the country, guys. I'm proud to be part of this team. So, Mike, really appreciate your words. Looking forward to working with you guys.
Glad to have you on board. So you and your family. So congratulations to all of you.
Thank you.
Well, hey guys, thank y'all so much for joining on this. Hey, I feel like this is the Brian and Brian show. Like, they had the Mike and Mike show on ESPN. I could do this all day, Brian. This has been so much fun. We've never done this before, though. So, Ann, are you there with us? Kendall, are you there with us?
Hey, Kendall's here. Ann's here as well.
Are you still with us? Hey,
I am.
We didn't know, so there's always surprises. We didn't know that it was Brian's birthday. What if we all sang happy birthday? All the partners who just jumped on here, what if everybody unmuted and we all sang to him now?
Oh, my gosh. That'd be awesome.
Let's go for it. Let's go for it. Kendall, so the partners who just jumped on, if you can unmute yourself again, let's just sing happy birthday to Brian really fast, since it's his birthday. And I will not start it off because I am completely tone deaf. But, Kendall, I don't know if you don't mind. If you can start us off, it would be fun.
Awesome. Here we go. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Brian. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, my God.
And many more.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God, that was bad.
That was terrible.
I don't know if you could get a funnier or a worse birthday song there. That was crazy. But Brian, hope you have an amazing birthday. Whew, I'm getting blown up on how bad the singing was. But we never get to sing again. But Brian, listen, we're super proud to be your partner, and tell Rachel hi for us, tell the whole family hi for us, and congratulations. We'll be making this announcement tomorrow, and it's going to be a big day. So congratulations, my friend.
Oh, thank you. This is a hell of a birthday present, guys and gals. I so appreciate it. So thrilled to be part of this team.
Oh, as are we. Well, hey, so this announcement will go out tomorrow. Please make sure you share it on social media and with all your friends in the industry. Don't forget, Medicare Live on Wednesday. It's going to be an incredible event, and I'm so excited for everybody to be part of that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, huge week. We got GarityAdvantage joining Integrity. We have Medicare Live coming on Wednesday. These are huge events and exciting days for us here at Integrity. So please join us for Medicare Live and be sure to share everything about GarityAdvantage joining the Integrity family. Brian, again, thank you very much for trusting us. We are honored to be your partner and can't wait to see what we can do together. It's going to be a lot of fun, my friend. God bless you guys. I hope everybody has a great weekend.